You won't believe it all happened while politely ejecting an uninvited guest. Last night at Benningen bus station. Not their first meeting. Last night at Benningen, they were dining with their partners. Even crazier, they both chose to break up at that moment. Mark's boyfriend didn't propose, so she furiously ended their 5-year relationship. And Gray's failed proposal earned a goodbye from his girlfriend. Just as he was about to call a cab, he was thinking, what is going on? I don't want to see you again. No, sorry, that's great. She impatiently stuffed the tip in her pocket, sounding casual. Bray, looking utterly confused, chased after her, asking, have you seen a tall lady? Super out of place. He pulled out a note, like showing off a trophy. Oh, really? Gray apologized to his ex and noticed she's not doing too well either. Need a hand? I can help you, unless you give me a partner like I am meant to hold your bag. Mark had no idea that Gray was actually hiding what she needed in his pocket, like a magic trick. Just then, the doorbell rang. It was Mark's ex-boyfriend, here to claim his trophy. He hurriedly tried to get in as Gray, who was slowly putting on his pants, accidentally tumbled down the stairs. Who are you? I don't even know you. I'm her ex, he responded nonchalantly. What a cold character. The ex seemed ready to throw a punch, and Mark quickly stepped in front, asking, what's going on? Did you drink too much? Is that you? So what? Did you drink some potato? Not wanting her ex to know she was drowning her sorrows in alcohol, Mark boldly replied, look at my confidence, I've got you beat. Immediately, she kissed Gray, looking like she'd just won a trophy, then threatened, look at me and spill it. Gray couldn't help but feel delighted, wanting to escape the chaos, but just as he was getting ready to get dressed, Mark mysteriously asked, can I ask you for a favor? This definitely piqued his curiosity. Turns out her sister is getting married today, and she promised to bring a boyfriend, but who knew this chaos would derail her plans after last night's breakup? If I show up alone, I'll just be stuck next to an empty chair, surrounded by happy couples. I just want to jump into a parallel universe. Maybe when the band starts playing, the last girl will stand on the stage, and the first girl will leap up to grab that silly hat. I don't want to die. This is a tragic ending. Oh, messy, Gray's unfeeling response disappointed her. No way, meeting my ex at 9 tonight. They've barely known each other for half a day, so Gray definitely won't sacrifice his future happiness for her. Stressed, another knock came. She hoped had changed his mind, but it was a worse nightmare. Mark stepped aside to let him pass, bidding Gray farewell once more and starting to concoct backup plans. After a lot of pondering, she finally decided to hook up with the Grey Wolf, even though her parents had never met him. While thinking about it, Gray finally decided to help her, as long as it wouldn't mess up his own plans. After all, she would occasionally bring up and share his personal details. Dressed in formal attire, they both hurriedly headed out the door. But before heading to the wedding, they had one more thing to do, pick up some stolen aloe from the bridal shop. However, due to the impact of the unexpected breakup, she surprisingly forgot to pick it up during the day. After parking the car, they both arrived at the entrance of the bridal shop. They found it was already closed, with the close sign hanging at the door, as if time had rolled back, taking them to the past. She decided to climb in through the window despite Mark's warnings, ignoring them completely as she climbed onto the dumpster. Gray was utterly helpless as an unwilling figure emerged, and it was from this moment that their relationship began to subtly shift. Mark served as a doormat, aiding Gray into the bridal shop. She called her sister's name outside, then rushed to greet at the door. Soon, they snagged the goods. Excited, Mark hurried to the car when Gray had a sudden thought. He left some money at the bridal shop to cover the broken window. Clearly the requirements were met. Next up, off to the wedding. Yet just as they were fastening their seatbelts, the car stubbornly refused to start. Gray tried it countless times only to realize it was out of gas. Left with no choice, they decided to walk. No cars in sight for some reason. At their walking speed, making it before the wedding officially started was clearly impossible. Mog had to pin her hopes on the next intersection, praying a car would pass by. To kill some time, they started sharing stores. They shared their stories, and as time passed, hoping from one empty intersection to the next, Mog gradually began heading to her sister's wedding. But just as that thought crossed her mind, a stylish carriage suddenly appeared. She ran without hesitation. Gray picked up her drop gear. Thankfully, the carriage wasn't fast. Mog caught up. After hearing Mog's complaints, the old man enthusiastically invited them to join him, as if it had turned into a fast-paced love story. They sat across like two couples, the old man rambling on about their love story. They were so engrossed they lost track of time and didn't even realize they had reached the old man's destination. As they got off, Mog complimented the old man. "A handsome gentleman like you shouldn't wear such ugly clothes so